this is the Calisthenic Hub, guys. Thank you for watching another interview with an amazing athlete. This is Stefano, and he's gonna just join us on telling his journey, and here we are today. Stefano, tell me a little bit about yourself. How old are you? Where you're from?
I'm Italian. I'm 26, and I'm a personal trainer. Actually, calisthenics pushed me to change my life and become a personal trainer. And yeah, tell me, what else do you want to know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So when did you start calisthenics? Because you mentioned it changed your life and it moved you into the personal training role. When did you start calisthenics?
So I started calisthenics 3 years ago. After about 7 years of fitness and weight training and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, and before I was doing lots of sports, so I had this passion for sport. But when I was doing weight, this passion kind of faded away. It was not a passion anymore. It was just a need to train.
Got it.
And this is what calisthenics actually did to me. Like it created again this passion for sports and for something I really wanted to.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I think the audio cut off. Can you hear me? Perfect, perfect. I can hear you now. It cut off. So it pretty much ignited the passion again for you for the sport and to be active. Is from what I understand last, right? It gave you that passion again.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome, man. That's great. So was there a specific athlete or a motivation that inspired you to get into calisthenics?
Uh, but to be honest, the first inspiration was actually the calisthenic community.
Okay,
That's when I actually started calisthenics because I had a problem with my lower back,
sure.
and basically for 1 year I couldn't lift any weights because it would give me pain on my lower back.
Got it. Got it.
And I decided to, after 1 year going to doctors, and they were telling me that I actually couldn't do anything. I actually decided to go to a park and start with body weight.
Yeah.
And I see some more advanced guys that were doing some advanced movement. I say, you know what, I want to do that. And actually now I can after 3 years my core is very strong and I can lift weights again without pain. So I can deadlift 180 without any lower back pain thanks
That's
to
amazing, man.
calisthenic core strength.
You know what I realized myself is that calisthenics overall has a lot of transitions to other sports because of the mastery of a
Yeah,
body. It's easier for somebody who
yeah,
practice calisthenics to go into weight training as opposed to weight training into calisthenics. Would you agree?
absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
definitely. As a personal trainer, I had some new clients that were coming from maybe 3 years of weight training, and they weren't able to do pull-ups,
Yeah, yeah,
or at
it's a
least not with full range of
full range
motion.
of motion, right, right. And everybody starts out differently. We all have different levels, whether you have a fitness background or not. Calisthenics will challenge you, even if you're an advanced and elite. That's amazing. So, what did you find challenging in the beginning with calisthenics?
Well, it's been what do you find challenging? Probably understanding what was the right process to actually train for calisthenic skills
Yeah,
because uh, I'm heavy. I'm 86 kg,
gotcha.
so it's not like someone that weighs 70 or less. That even if you don't train right, you are less likely to go in overtrain. But for someone that this heavy, the intensity is higher when you do skills. So
Absolutely.
if you don't program right, um, you will get injured, you will go overtrain, you get frustrated.
Yeah.
But now, that is 1 year, 1.5 years that I realized that actually how do I have to train, and my progress go very well. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's lower than someone that's lighter, but it
Well,
goes
the
up. That's
heavier
good.
you are, the taller you are, the harder things are, because you're going against gravity. Your center of gravity is much higher than a shorter or smaller person. So,
Yep,
I
but you do get strong anyway.
Oh yeah, regardless, no matter what, we all have the same muscles. Our body composition is the same.
Yeah,
It's just a little more effort for a bigger guy. That's about it, I think, in my opinion. But we can still all master the planche
yeah,
or the handstand or any calisthenic move that we want to do. We just have to put our mind towards it. And like you said, work smart. Know the process because we don't want to injure
absolutely.
ourselves.
Yeah.
It's very important. And some of these injuries can cause long, life-term consequences, and that's what we don't want. We want to make sure we're able to get older and do muscle ups and any statics or dynamics that we want. Um, you mentioned
Oh
that,
yeah, 6 years old planche.
yeah, there you go, and maybe hold the world record, right? So, Stefano, now that we know that you've been a few years training, right, and you mentioned yourself that your training has changed a lot from the beginning to now. What is the best thing right now that has changed for you in your training, or what is something that you've added to your training that has made tremendous gains, whether it's strength or form?
What I added is strength, like pure strength type of training. So I've taken off from my training. So my training now are really strength focused. So I don't do a lot of volume. I choose 3 intense exercises. When I do low reps, high rest times, and then I have one exercise at the end where I do higher reps, so it's more hypertrophy
Right,
kind of endurance,
right.
and then I do my core at the end. But now really my apart from the warm up and handstand work,
Yes,
the real training is no more than 1 hour. So it's 1 hour. I do push pull rest push pull
got it.
and one leg
And
day.
and you mentioned you have low reps, so I suppose that the tempo is also slower to make sure you get maximize strength gains. So you're doing a lot of more isometrics in the slow reps, correct?
Yeah, I don't do isometrics
No, no. So you
because
don't do holds. It's
as you as
just
you may as you may know, like actually, like holding a front lever
right.
is not as effective as performing a front lever press.
Correct, correct. Because
So a
the
front lever
dynamic movements
press
is really important to the
is
strength gain.
gonna transfer a lot better to actually the isometric hold. So yeah,
Okay,
yes, I do play with the tempo. I do play with the tempo.
that's
Like
amazing.
controlled is better because you can focus more on form, so you don't lose the form. So yeah.
Yeah, and maximize ultimate strength gains and form gains. I completely agree. What is your favorite exercise now?
Oh, my favorite, 90-degree push-up.
90-degree push-up. Oof, that's hard, man. That is hard.
Yeah, you might see in one of my last videos.
Yes,
Yeah.
I took a look at your Instagram. By the way, you're doing amazing work, man. It's amazing work that you're doing. I respect your dedication, your commitment to the sport. I just started 6 months ago, so I got a long way to go, but I'm not stopping, man. I want to be able to do a 90-degree push-up, a full planche, the
Oh yeah.
Hefesto, and then I might get into dynamics, and do some spinning, some 180s. I don't know yet because there's a lot of risk in that as far as my reward. I might just do it just to say I did it, but I definitely want to master the statics. That's my goal right now. Master all statics, but one static at a time. Because I feel like planche will lead into other things, in my opinion. What is your least
Oh
favorite
yeah.
exercise?
My list.
Your least favorite?
My least favorite. Oh, I think it's actually pull-ups
I've heard this a couple times already. It's a love-and-hate
because
relationship.
yeah, I don't know what it is, if it's my weight or if it's because I'm not really pool a pool athlete. But for me, it's been very difficult to reach the 20 reps in a row
Yeah.
uh, thing. And every time I do pull up, is they just feel very hard. They just feel awful. So
I mean, weight.
I prefer muscle ups to pull ups.
Okay, all right. Wow, that's interesting. Master Lava has a lot more explosiveness, I suppose. So yeah, I can see that. And then you have the push at the end. So you mentioned you're really strong in pushing. So a 90
Yeah, I can do 1 rep of dips with 90 kg.
Jeez.
So yeah,
Okay, that's
pushing quite better.
yeah. And do you feel like weighted calisthenics has helped you overall in your skills?
Oh yes,
right? Okay, I'm
yes.
working towards some weighted stuff. You know, my highest right now is 20 pound pull up, 20 pound dip, 20 pound push up. Well, actually, no, push up is 30 pounds, which is not too much in kilos. You know, it's probably maybe like 20, 15 kilos if that. But like I said, I'm working slow. I don't want to injure myself. You know, so 90 kilos. Wow, I can't wait to get there. That's amazing. That's a lot of strength, brother. That's a lot of strength. So you're 80 kilos now. You That's pretty much how much you weigh. Do you do anything?
86.
86, sorry. Do you do anything specific for your diet, or do you just eat to be happy and feel full?
Um, so I'm vegan.
You're vegan, okay?
I'm vegan, and well, basically I eat very clean. I always eat clean, and I spent a period when I was trying to understand how much did I need to eat to get to the calories and the protein, and after that I don't really check. I know that I have to eat a certain amount of carbs, a certain amount of beans. I know,
Right.
and
So
I eat the same every day,
gotcha. So
more or
it's
less.
it's
Yeah,
routine more or less. It's like similar
yeah,
meals, and you've done it for so long that you already kind of already know how much is what, and as far as weights and calorie count and all that, I suppose, right? I mean, it
yeah.
becomes it becomes a practice and it becomes habitual. So if you meal prep, for example, it's something that you just know. So you're a vegan. Do you feel like the fact that you don't having all plant-based meals, has that affected your training in any way?
Um, I don't I don't really know because a lot of things changed when I became personal trainer. Like for example, I've been working a lot more on mobility as well. So my
Absolutely.
my my joint pains kind of faded away. My workout was better programmed, so I got stronger. So I cannot give to my vegan diet some kind of transfer to my performances. What
Right.
I can say is it does give me more energies through the day.
So you
So
do feel
I never feel tired.
Gotcha. So you never feel that lethargicness. So you just feel cleaner and as far as more energetic because it's all plant-based in your opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people in the calisthenics community like to work out without like in the mornings without eating a lot of things. Is that something you do, or do you have a breakfast before you work out?
No, no. But I work out very early though.
Or very early
So
in the
like
morning.
so you can work out without in a while you fast, but
Fasted, right?
you definitely need to eat carb-based dinner the day before, and you cannot wait 11 o'clock to train. You need to train 8 o'clock in the morning. Otherwise, it will affect your performance 100%. Even if there is people that say, "Oh yeah, I work out 12 o'clock without eating," that's affecting their performance. They need to eat.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, but also I guess it might depend on when the person wakes up, right? What if that person wakes up at 11 a.m.
Oh yeah,
Based, right? So it just all depends on
oh yeah,
on your schedule. But and what I think what Stefano's trying to say is wake up, work out, fasted if you want to do it to maximize
yeah.
results. Yep, I agree with you. Let's dig a little deeper. What is your motivation now? You've been training for so long. What is your motivation now?
Well, I want to compete.
You're competing. Well, you want to
So
compete.
yeah, the thing is, as we were saying before, like I don't want to go and compete without some solid, base of planche and some really solid front lever. And it's taking time, but I think by next year, 2021, it might be the year I'll do my first competition. Yeah.
Good luck to you, man. Good luck to you, definitely. Are you practicing freestyle too? Are you training for freestyle?
Second,
Are you training for freestyle, like dynamic movements?
just do a little bit. I could do a 360, a muscle up 360, jump over
Nice.
the bar, some basic stuff. But I really, really need to do it where I feel safe. And where I'm
Yes,
training now, I don't feel safe, so I don't do it.
that
The
makes
best
sense.
would be living by the beach. That's the
Right,
best.
right, because you have the sand there. You know, it's a softer cushioning, a landing if you fall. I completely agree, man. That's really good stuff. I'm still not there yet at the level of doing freestyle, but I see people do it, and it's amazing. I want to get to that point. You know, it's
It's fun. It's fun.
you're flying in the air, man. Like you're actually flying. Tell me about your recovery. Do you usually take a few days off in between your workouts or at the end of your week? How's your recovery?
So I work out now. It's 4 days per week. It's my calisthenic training. One day is leg day. In my rest days, I do I do cardio. I run. Maybe one day I'm gonna do some handstand as well, but I'm gonna try to keep one day where I'm completely off so I can
Got it.
fully
So
recover.
you have two rest days, but one of them is active and one of them is passive. So it's fully
Yeah.
resting, deloading, so to speak.
Hmm.
Got it. Got it.
I always have proper deloading weeks every 2 months.
I started getting into deloads because planche training is really intense on the back and and the joints and everything. I've seen a lot better gains for me when I do at least 4 or 5 days of just nothing, and then I come back into training and go hard, and I feel like I have maximum potential. So, guys, if you're looking to deload, it works. At least for me, it does. Try it out. Try it out. We got the rest of our lives, and this is the point where we should experiment, right? We gotta experiment with our
Yeah,
bodies and
absolutely. It's
and
very
just
important.
whatever works for you. Go through it, but try to record it. Try to remember and document what you're doing so you can always improve on what you're doing. Um, let's talk about the future. What do you have a plan for the future with calisthenics? I know you mentioned you want to compete, but is there other things, other projects you're working?
Oh yeah, man. Hopefully you hear about me in the future. I got big plans.
Awesome, awesome. Well,
I want to I want to organize calisthenics competitions.
oh, that's awesome.
So what I'm doing now basically is building an online coaching program that is gonna allow me to get in a lot of people at the time, and because I focus on taking on board kind of beginners
Right,
uh, rather than like other fitness coaches do, putting people into weight training, into common bodybuilding kind of exercise. I'll be obviously gonna put them into calisthenics training. So hopefully, with the years, it's gonna get big. More people will know about calisthenics, and you know,
good luck, Stefano.
yeah,
I think it's a gift and a curse because COVID recently happened, and it made people stay at home a lot. So calisthenics became a popular thing over these past few months.
yeah,
And it's sad because it affected a lot of people, but it's also good for the community because it grew the awareness. It also shared that weightlifting is not the only type of fitness, and mastering your body is another type of fitness. And not only that, but with that comes the mobility aspect, which I feel is a lot of people lack in the fitness community, and flexibility, because when you work on these
yeah,
things, it transfers over to your strength gains. Because
yeah,
what I'm
absolutely,
realizing is calisthenics is not just strength and form. It's also mobility and flexibility,
yeah,
and also mental. A lot of mental here. Um,
definitely,
I guess the next question is self-answered. You're gonna be doing calisthenics for the rest of your life, correct?
yes, definitely.
I agree with you. I think once you get into this and you see the positive change it has for one another and yourself, you don't stop. It's a lifestyle, I would say.
I was actually I was having a consultation call with a possible client today,
Yeah,
and she had kind of my same story. So she's been into weight training for 4 years,
yeah.
but she kind of lost the motivation to push her limits. And I was telling her that will happen to me. After a long time in weight training, I kind of lost that push, and calisthenics made me believe to push again.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, definitely,
Because
definitely.
when you learn different skills and you progress in your skills, it's a different feeling. It's not like adding weights and adding weight and adding weight.
Exactly. It doesn't get stagnant. It's not the same. It's always challenging. No matter at what level you're at, you could always challenge yourself further with calisthenics, and that's what I love. I see people from beginners challenge themselves and people to advanced elite doing, two-finger planches. Like I didn't even think people could do this, but they're just pushing the limit further, and the human capacity of what we can do. So it's amazing. It's amazing. Um,
So Jefferson, I need
yes.
to leave now. I actually have to go to my physiotherapist now.
Listen, speaking of, look at that. This guy is all about it. He's all about it.
It's been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure as well. Thank you for your time. I know that I took probably too much time of your time, so thank you again for doing this, Stefano. My boy, all the way from Italy. Let us know where we can follow you. What's your Instagram?
I it just started to rain like crazy. I cannot hear you.
I got it. No worries. I'll put his Instagram in the link so you can follow him. I'm gonna put your Instagram in the link so people can follow you.
Oh
Okay?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
Cool,
got you.
cool.
So be sure to follow him.
Okay,
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it one time for the
let's go.
photo. For the photo.
I go.
Hey.
Bye, mate.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
You're welcome.
Bye bye.